Dr. Kimball performs widely in a variety of traditional musical styles, as you will see tonight. We are getting a sampling of that. And tonight he'll be performing with Sheryl Warner and Rick Manson. So please join me in welcoming these three, and please enjoy the show.
All right, hopefully we got that worked out. These mics can be a little bit sensitive when they get close to an instrument. All right, so our intent tonight really is to do some songs that you might have heard at Speakeasy, or maybe, you know, in a more down low kind of setting. Say down in a barrel house, as people used to call it. You may have heard of barrel house piano. And a lot of the songs we're going to do kind of are on the more jazz side of the blues spectrum. One thing that, even though a lot of aficionados of blues are addicted to people like Robert Johnson and Charlie Patton, who are wonderful Delta performers, the women really sold the records. Bessie Smith, I mean, these were real superstars. Ma Rainey, people of that sort. So we'll be doing a lot of those blues related, coming out of that tradition. And also it's kind of a look back, you know, I did a program when the exhibit first came here, which is kind of a collaboration because we had done an exhibit a few years ago that's been traveling around the state about Prohibition, and I had done something related to specifically sort of about Prohibition and all the issues around it. This is going to be more like the subtext of that 20s and 30s period. So we're going to start with a song called You're a Good Old Wagon, But You Done Broke Down. I'm sure that's never happened to anybody here.
When a real man can be found, you so much. Hope that was worth waiting for.
Wow. Yeah.
Thank you.
The women chose to deride men when they had the chance.
And the men gave it right back to them.
Oh, before
What's the
long.
blues about? It's about relationships, right? That's what it's all about, mostly. Next song I'm going to do is a little later in time. I first learned it, I think, from probably Big Bill Brindzy's recordings. A friend of mine knew the song and taught it to me, but I think that was where he got it from. But the first singer who recorded it, made a huge hit, was in well, it's an older song, but it was really in the 40s, Rosetta Howard. And I've seen that record everywhere. I collect the 07s, which is really bad addiction. Nobody should be involved in that. They're too heavy, they break. But I found them in every state in the union I've jumped in. I found this record, so it must have been a big, big hit. And it's appropriately called When I've Been Drinking. Now everybody here is an adult, which I'm pretty happy to see, because a lot of these songs have what we might call adult content and double entendres and single entendres and other things. But I'm sure this crowd can handle it. We won't do anything like, well,
We won't do that.
we won't do that song.
All right.
All right, there it is.
I don't need no money. I got lucky oil on my hand. I don't need no man's voice. All these reasons saying when I've been drinking. When I've been drinking. When I come home, baby, please let me lay down in bed. Well, I'm looking for a man that ain't never been kissed. Maybe we can get along and I won't have to use my fists when I've been drinking. When I've been drinking. When I come home, baby, please let me lay down in bed. Want a job to go to work at 12, get off at 1, have an hour for dinner, boys. My day's work is done when I've been drinking. Take me out of bed, put me in a rocking chair, rock me anywhere, babe. I just don't care when I've been drinking. When I've been drinking. When I come home, baby, please let me lay down and rest.
Thank you so much.
So one thing is another style of music that was very common in the 20s, although it had origins much earlier in the late 19th century, was ragtime. Of course, you may have heard some of the classic ragtime piano players, beautiful compositions, almost classical compositions by people like Scott Joplin. But the rag style and syncopation became a part of guitar playing as well, particularly among black guitar players, really kind of mimicking some of that moving bass line that you would hear in a typical rag. So there's kind of a feel, but it isn't like full ragtime. And this next song kind of is in that category. It's kind of a weird tune in the sense that it was done by a fellow named Mississippi John Hurt, who you might guess was from Mississippi. But the song was actually written about Richlands, Virginia, which happens to be in Russell County out in the mountains. It's a very strange story, which Rick will kill me if I tell you the whole story. But basically, it was this guy who worked for a coal company, and he liked records, and he thought he was an aspiring songwriter. So he wrote all these songs, and he heard people on 78 Records. Mississippi John Hurt recorded in 1928 for the OK Record Company, and he heard this guy's records and thought, well, this guy can sing this song. So he mails him this tune called Richland Woman Blues. Well, John Hurt never made another record during the heyday of blues back in the 20s and 30s, but some kids went out to Avalon, Mississippi. He had a song called Avalon Blues, and knocked on, went up to a local, country store on a corner and said, "Hey, is a guy named John Hurt around here?" They said, "Oh yeah, they told him how to get you out of his place." They went up, and he became a folk legend. He traveled to colleges, to Europe, and played the folk circuit. Came out of retirement, if you will, and he was playing this Richland Woman Blues song. And people are going like, "What is this song about?" They're looking at maps of Mississippi trying to find Richland. They were very confused. But at any rate, has a great Virginia connection to it.
Pretty mama wants a brand new dress. If you come too late, your mama will be gone. Come along, young man, everything's set right. My husband be gone till next Saturday night. So hurry down, sweet daddy, I'm blowing your horn. If you come too late, your mama will be gone. Now every Sunday, just watch me go. My wings are sprouted, preacher told me so. So hurry down, sweet daddy, come blowing your horn. If you come too late, your mama will be gone.
Thank you.
More shots at the men.
It must have been a wild scene there in Richlands, Virginia. Who knew? Could be. Here in Virginia, most people play this kind of music would be playing house parties. And people would, clear the furniture out of part of their house, provide food. And they were quite mainly John Cephas and John Jackson, two of the, unfortunately now deceased bluesmen from the early era, talked a lot about these kinds of house parties that they would go to and the various troubles they would get into while they were there, and the various kinds of liquor that would be available. So we're going to continue with the rag theme and do a tune called Guitar. I think it was originally called Guitar Rag, but as you can hear, Rick is going to adapt it quite nicely to the harmonica. I remember doing a version of this with Phil Wiggins, who's a National Heritage Fellow, maybe a year or two ago. We were up doing a festival that was in honor of John Jackson up in Rappahannock County. Anyways, let's do it. One, two, 3, 4.
throw my bootlegger hat today. This actually is a bootlegger's tie.
Wow.
Belonged to him. You'd be amazed how many people just would believe that if I say it.
You never can trust what he says.
eBay, I have no idea where it came.
You can't trust what he says either.
It's old though.
He's an
I
historian.
guarantee everything I've said tonight is 100% true. Absolutely. Go on
So-
Wikipedia.
so
Go
far,
on
so-
Wikipedia. That's the be all and end all. That's how. All right. Rick's going to sing one for you. We just mentioned John Cephas and Phil Wiggins. They were a great duo. Phil's, of course, still out playing very actively. Highly recommend you go see him. He's an amazing player. I mean, he can do stuff with the harmonica just about nobody else can. This is a song they did that actually goes back to a bluesman named Glenboy Fuller, who was from Durham, North Carolina. The North Carolina style guitar and a lot of what I'm playing is very similar to Virginia. It's kind of a Piedmont guitar style that goes across those boundaries. And so these are a lot of what I'm doing tonight is definitely in that vein. So, we're ready? Yep.
I was standing down in Richmond on the corner of Broad and Main. A policeman said to me, son, what is your right name? I told him, I said, my name is stamped right on my shirt. I'm a natural born lover's man, I sure ain't got to worry. And I drink mother water, I'll sleep in a hollow log. I'll do anything, but I sure ain't gonna be your dog. Sometimes I feel like snapping my pistol in your face. Then some old graveyard will be your resting place. Graveyard, but it's a low down dirty place. Throw mud on your face, or mud all up in your face. One line, and I lay my pencil down. My heart struck sorrow and tears came rolling down. I was standing down in Richmond on the corner of Broad and Main. A policeman said to me, son, what is your right name? A policeman said to me, son, what is your right name? Thank you.
Now for something completely different. This is a song we learned a little while ago, kind of wandering into some more jazz territory. And I was thinking about it for this show and going, well, it was written in the 40s. Can I play this? Is that appropriate? But it's actually interesting. It was written for a movie, the only movie that, Louis Armstrong was in it, and really it's kind of about his life. It's kind of a biopic. It's called New Orleans. It came out in 1947. So it really talks about those early days in Storyville in New Orleans, and then his move up to Chicago, and it really made where he really gets into his Hot 5 and Hot 7 phase and becomes a real legend. Who's the singer that sings it in this? I'm trying to remember.
Louis Armstrong?
No, in the movie it's...
I don't know. Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday, thank you. It's the only movie she ever appeared in. I can't say it is not problematic movie, but the music in it is amazing, as you might imagine.
And it sort of seems like a feature for the music rather than...
It really is. Much of the movie is really the music, which is great. But at any rate, this song was written for that show, and certainly they were telling that story and what it meant when someone born in that city, which has such great cultural traditions, ends up in Chicago, making their way. So do a little of, do you know what it means to miss New Orleans?
What it means to miss New Orleans and miss it each night and day. I know I'm not wrong, the feeling's getting stronger the longer I stay. The moss-covered vine, tall sugar pine, where mockingbirds used to sing. And I'd like to see that lazy Mississippi hurrying into spring. Mardi Gras memory, Creole tune fills the air. I dream about magnolias in bloom. Soon I'm wishing I was there. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans when that's where you've left your heart? And there's one thing more, I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans. Mardi Gras of memory. Creole chew fills the air. I dream of oleanders in bloom. Soon I'm wishing I was there. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans, when that's where you've left your heart? There's one thing more. I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans. To say apologies to Billy Murray.
Oh, no. You got her there for me.
Thank you so much. That's such a beautiful song.
And Louis Armstrong sings that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we make a pretty good argument. He may have been the greatest jazz singer of all time. Well, we're going to get on this big monster guitar here. Impossible to tune. So Rick came to us with this tune, and he had heard it on Boardwalk Empire, and very cool tune. I love the version. That's part of the soundtrack for that series. But of course, you know, being who we are, we investigated, and it turns out it's an old Ma Rainey tune. And you may have seen the recent production with Viola Davis playing Ma Rainey. Unfortunately, the last film that Chadwick Boseman was in was that. And of course, it's a film version of the great August Wilson play. So we're going to do you this tune. It's called Farewell Daddy Blues.
since my man left me. Others can't be found since my man left me. Others can't be found. But before he left me, other man was hanging round. Fare you well, Daddy. Someday you'll hear bad news. Fare you well, Daddy. Someday you'll hear bad news. When you look for your mama, she gone with the farewell blues. When you look for your mama, she gone with the farewell blues.
Oh, wow.
I have no idea. Does anyone know the
Do
time?
we care? No, maybe not.
7:42.
Oh,
All
perfect.
right.
We're in perfect shape.
Yeah, thank you. It's too hot. Yeah,
This listen really is, I wasn't exaggerating.
it's very hot.
Oh.
Outdoor.
Oh, thank you. We're gonna do a tune by, in the 30s, they really got into the double entendre blues. And one of the great players of that period was a fellow named Forrest Whitaker. He was a Whitaker, but not a Forrest. Henry Whitaker, but he went by Tampa Red. Everybody knew he was Tampa Red. That's what it said on his records. Tampa Red. He played with a piano player on a lot of his records. And this fellow's name was, last name was Dorsey. And he later got religion.
Famously, yeah.
Famously. And pretty much created modern gospel music. I shouldn't say single-handedly, but he certainly was instrumental in it. But yeah, they called him Georgia Tom in his blues days. And so they did a lot of songs that were, I don't know, you'll get the drift. Oh my God.
The foxes. It's the foxes.
I thought it was some kind of alert. Warning. This song is very...
Warning, we're on. Okay.
Ship was good close.
All right. Here we go. I know a gal by the name of Maylou. She shook it so hard she had the German flu. No matter how she done it, no matter how she done it, no matter how she done it, she done it just the same. The women don't like her, they call her Ida May, but the way the men love her is a crying shame. No matter how she done it, no matter how she done it, no matter how she done it, she done it just the same. Play it for me, Rick. people what she done. She made a hit with Jack the Ripper, and the only one. No matter how she done it, sing it with us. No matter how she done it, no matter how she done it just the same. You ladies don't have to worry about your lives. She made Jack the Ripper put away his knife. No matter how she done it, no matter how she done it, no matter how she done it just the same. She shakes all over when she walks. She makes the deaf man hear and a deaf man talk. No matter how she done it. Sorry about that. No matter how she done it. No matter how she done it just the same. The copper brought her in. She didn't need no bail. She shook it for the judge and put the cop in jail. No matter how she done it, no matter how she done it, no matter how she done it just the same. Great children. This is also a little outside the usual blues that we would do, but we really love this song, and because we do a lot of theme shows, we do a lot of shows where we do talk about different historical themes. I'm by training historian, so I kind of like doing those, putting those two things together. This was an enormous hit in the very early days of the Depression. It really struck a chord with people. And it was made famous, the first recording by Bing Crosby, actually. And I always get the first word wrong. It's brother.
Brother.
Can you spare a dime? It's an interesting song. You actually almost got some leaders and elites didn't like it because they thought it was too negative, and really talked about maybe trying to suppress the song. But it was, the horse was out of the barn by then.
As politicians were trying to pretend, I suppose, that it was not the Depression.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of like they still do.
It's a very cool song, and actually it kind of lends itself to a guitar arrangement. It's kind of fun putting it together. All right, and we're going to do, a lot of jazz singers have done it, and I don't know why. They don't do the opening piece of the song, which I really think is very cool, so I'm not sure why that happened, but we will do that for you.
They used to tell me I was building a dream, and so I followed them on. When there was earth to plow or guns to bear, I was always there, right on the job. They used to tell me I was building a dream, glory ahead. Why should I be standing in line, just waiting
race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once I built a tower up to the sun, bricks and mortar and lime. Once I built a tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Some khaki suits, gee, we looked swell, full of that Yankee Doodle down. 500,000 boots went slogging through hell, and I was the kid with the drum. Say, don't you remember, they called me Al. It was Al all the time. Why don't you remember, I'm your pal. Buddy, can you spare a dime? Once in khaki suits, gee, we looked swell, full of that Yankee Doodle down. 500,000 boots went slogging through hell, and I was the kid with the drum. Say, don't you remember, you called me Al. It was Al all the time. Why don't you remember, I'm your pal. Buddy, can you spare a dime?
Yeah.
Props to Bubba Bean.
Yeah, it's a great song.
So that's a sad, sad song. It's about the sad song.
And you're
No, we're really,
Absolutely not trying to be funny, but well, anyway. This is also a sad song. Hang on a second. Okay. The top reeds get stuck. There.
trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always, for the sun's gonna shine my back door someday. Gonna lay my head down on that lonesome railroad line, that 219 train pacified my mind. Trouble in mind, and I'm blue. feel like living. Sometimes I feel like dying. Well, my good man has quit me. Sure it does grieve my mind when you see me laughing. I'm laughing just to keep from crying. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always, for the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday.
Written by Richard Jones, actually the first recording of this. Space now, a great female singer, and I just can't call her name, but Louis Armstrong is playing cornet on this song too. Really, really wonderful song, and covered by many, many artists. We're going to finish up here, I think, with another real sprightly rag. I'm going to finish on a punchy note here.
A less sad song.
This is a song by an Atlanta bluesman. His name is Blind Willie Mattel. It's kind of a throw off, and but you know that's the way they identify themselves. But so, oh, I'm sorry, I've got to go into B. Good point.
Well done.
Is that better? No. That's because we're in C.
C works.
No, we're not. You're right. Now, play it. Yeah.
Thank you. It matters, you know.
Yeah. It doesn't start on the root chord, so it's weird.
I hate when that happens.
Anyways, a lot of the bluesmen, a lot of performers were blind. There's men and women, and you know the reality was not a lot of jobs anyways for black people in segregated South, let alone people who had a disability. So a lot of them were performing on the streets, and that's how they made their living.
Crazy about the Georgia rag, that Georgia rag. Out in the alley and in the street, all the boys and girls you meet out doing that rag, that Georgia rag. Sting me like a bumblebee, shake me like a ship on the sea. Rag on, doing the Georgia rag. chase them Atlanta blues. That rag, that Georgia rag. Stick me like a bumblebee, shake me like a ship on the sea. Wild rag, crazy rag, and do the Georgia rag. Grab me, papa, squeeze me tight. Let's mess around for the rest of the night. That rag, that Georgia rag. Rustle up your hands and way up high. Squeeze your papa about to make me cry. That rag, that Georgia rag. Sting me like a bumblebee, shake me like a ship on the sea. Wild rag, crazy rag, and do the Georgia rag. Come all the way from Paris, France, come to Atlanta just to learn to dance. That rag, that Georgia rag. Do it in the night and day, trying to taste the sun's away. That rag, that Georgia rag. Sting me like a bumblebee, shake me like a ship on the sea. Wild rag, crazy rag, I would do to Georgia. Sting me like a bumblebee, shake me like a ship on the sea. Wild rag, crazy rag, I would do to Georgia. Rag.
Thank you so much. Sheryl Warner.
You've been a great audience. Thank you so much. We do have CDs if anybody's interested. We would love to sell you one, or two, or three. But again, thank you, and thank you to the Hampton History Museum. I've been here a number of times, always a fantastic audience. So give yourself a big hand.
Thank you so much.